Hello, this is Brandon Gale with the Daily Company. I want to go over real quick with y'all electric tankless water heaters. We've come into them a lot here recently. A lot of people don't want gas in their homes, so they're wanting to upgrade their tank type water heater to an electric tankless. I'm going to go over kind of the ins and outs of it so that you can make a better determination over whether or not it's going to work for you. The first question that we need to ask ourselves is, what does the temperature need to be? On average, people are going for about 120 degrees. What is the initial temperature coming in? On average, around here in Texas, it's about 75 degrees. So that gives us 120 minus 75, 45 degree rise in temperature. We need to go from 75 degrees to 120. The next question that we need to ask is, what are the GPMs that we are trying to achieve? GPMs are gallons per minute. So in a lot of situations, there's not all the fixtures are going to be utilized at once, but you do want to account for kind of a worst case scenario. So on average, if let's say you've got two people living in one house, one shower's going off, that's 2 gallons per minute. You've got a load of laundry going at the same time, that's 1.5 gallons per minute. And you're in the doghouse, so while your wife is taking a shower, you go ahead and get those dishes done. Just make her life easier. So that gives you a total of 5.5 gallons per minute utilization. So knowing that, we now need to consult a chart. Every single tankless heater comes with a chart. You can call it a data sheet. Some people call it a spec sheet. This is kind of what you're looking for. This is a data chart for this Emax water heater. And you'll notice that it has multiple different model numbers. Each one of those model numbers is going to tell you what GPMs and what the temperature rise can be. So for this particular model, it's actually smaller. This particular model is a HA 027240. It's capable of doing, at 5 gallons per minute, a 37 degree rise. That's not going to work. We need a 45 degree rise. So knowing that, we go back to the chart and we find one that can do it. In this particular case, 45 degree rise kind of falls in between what data they've given, 5 and 6 gallons, and the temperature of 49 and 41. So the model that will work is an HA 036240. Now that we know that, we can go to our electrical requirements. I can't stress this enough how important this is. Electrical requirements, on that same data sheet, it will tell you that for the HA 036240 that you're going to need 8 gauge wire. It's going to have a total load of 150 amps, and it's going to require 4 38 amp circuits. So what that means is you're going to be bringing in 4 2-pole 8 gauge wires for this hypothetical model. Now, what I'm running into a lot is people are swapping these out. And whether it's a handyman or their good for nothing nephew, they're not paying attention, or they're probably paying attention, but they're not understanding what they're doing. So what ends up happening is, I'll give you an example. A old unit gets taken out, thrown away. That old unit had 4 circuits coming into it. And they think, oh, well, you know, this new unit, it's about the same amperage, but it only has 3. So what I can do is just get rid of one of those wires. Well, you know, wire nut it off, get rid of it. That's not going to work. So what ends up happening in that particular scenario is most of the time we're not doing our maximum of 5.5 GPMs. You're really in the doghouse, so she ran out on you. So as a dude, you're not doing as much laundry, and you sure as heck ain't doing the dishes. So you're taking a shower, and that's it. Your load is 2 gallons per minute. At 2 gallons per minute, this thing doesn't even register as a rise. It's up there above 100-degree rise. It's negligible. It's not important for them to even calculate. So this thing isn't drawing the total of 150 amps. Each leg is not drawing, you know, the maximum of 40 amps. These legs are drawing, let's say, under 20 amps, and it's not tripping. But you decide that she's right and you're wrong, and you bring her back into the situation. So now you're using 1.5 gallons per minute and 2 gallons per minute. And she's in the shower and the breakers trip. Why the breakers trip? They trip because you had 4 old lines that were capable of doing 20 amps apiece. Now you have 3 that are drawing 30 amps apiece. That's your issue. I cannot stress enough that you get your electrical requirements correct. Thank you.